Viva! Viva! Colleagues, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so very happy to be here. This is a new start for us. We are starting a new journey. Indeed, after election, there was a call from UBONE saying all those small parties, close your shop so that you can come, so that we can work together. I'm also excited. As a ground force, we'll be doing what I know or do best. Ngiyabonga.
Well, these are exciting times. These are exciting times. Thank you very much. And then after Comrade Mpobaloi, we have Commander Abel Masidiso Dawi.
Amanda. Amanda. Viva MK Party, viva.
Viva.
Viva Jacob Kehlekisa Zuma, viva.
Viva.
Riphelele Nyamalala, riphelele.
Riphelele.
Commanders, thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a morning. Maybe even before I start, let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the leadership that is welcoming us today here. Let me acknowledge and appreciate.
Sorry for interruption, comrade. Comrades, in management here, I was singing it to step among my guests. The stage is a press briefing. So, as is Bambini, I has excitement. Amanda.
Thank you very much. As I was saying, let me take the opportunity first to acknowledge and appreciate the leadership of Tshwane, ably led in front by now the deputy convener of the region, who was also the program director. Thank you so much, Commander Kenke, for such kind words. I think we deserve a round of applause. Let me also take the opportunity to appreciate members of the provincial legislature with us who are from this very region. UMkhonto Wesizwe Party is the second biggest party and official opposition in this country. And we are privileged and honored that as Tshwane, I can safely say that I join a winning team and we are represented. And for that reason, I think that, comrade, it is fitting to say, well done, you have done well in a very short space of time to really put your footprint and have your presence felt in the city of Tshwane. Let's give them a round. Let me also then take this opportunity to humbly appreciate my now leaders and leaders of this province. Comrade Gunshot, I really appreciate, and Comrade Pamgan, I really appreciate. Or it's Comrade Gamzo and Comrade Pamgan. I got it right. Colleagues, it's always important that when you come into a space like this one, you humble yourself as a leader and want to work within the collective. There is always this temptation that you may want to be a maverick and to behave like a celebrity and to want to come in as someone very important. But I have learned in the journey of politics that this is like any other team sport. We can only go further when we work together. And for me standing here, I'm truly honored and humbled to come into a space where I have felt the embrace from the leadership of the province, I have felt the embrace from regional office bearer, from the leadership of this region, and I can only know that we can only do great things together because we are indeed going to be working together. Now, comrades, I just want to give a brief background. I had actually prepared a very, very long speech that would speak to me joining MK Party, but today should not be about long speeches. Today should be about us saying, I am here to come and form part of a collective. I know I was asked to say, what is it that you think you would be doing? And honestly, any activist anywhere in life should always adopt the attitude that if I'm given the task to go and clean toilets, I'll do a very good job at cleaning toilets. That is what I bring to the MK Party, not to clean toilets, but to say I am here to present my skills, my abilities, my experience, and everything that makes me who I am going to offer to this organization, which I am definitely sure that is now my home for the rest of my future. I'm saying this with absolute confidence because I know my journey, and like so many things in life, you can always be taken full second. We came out when we were influenced to follow politics, or when politics called us, some of us. We have experienced injustice from a very early age. Now, Desmond Tutu says something very profound when he talks about injustice. He says, in an instance of injustice, if you find yourself being neutral, then you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Therefore, it is important that we can never stay idle and say we are neutral when there is injustice. And that has been the principle and a guide that drives me throughout my political career and throughout my life. There is injustice that has been happening in Hammanskraal, where people were being killed by these very cities, giving them and feeding them undrinkable, unsafe, potable water. We stood up. I have always maintained that I am proud to have been one of the very few people in this city who really made inroads and real progress in addressing this issue and highlighting this issue. But it was not the only issue. Children drowned in Mamelodi. We stood up for justice for those children. Security workers were abused in this city. I stood up to ensure that security workers are taken seriously and their lives are turned around. I can go on and on and on about the many things that one has done. And I deliberately avoided going into a space of saying what positions and roles I have played in the city, because it has always been and it will always be about people. The most significant role that we can ever play is to play a role that adds value to the lives of the ordinary people in our communities. That's what activists should do. That is what inspired me to join MKP. I was leading a party that we had founded. We contested in the previous election and I was a premier candidate for that party. But when the call was made, when Ubaba said, let us bring all progressive forces on the left to one space where we can push from one direction, it resonated with me. It made me understand that the reason we are defeated, particularly as black people, it is simply because we can never unite and work together. Everyone wants to have a title of president. Everyone wants to have an important title. And I have learned in the space that I've been in that you don't need a title to be a leader. I am prepared to lead from the back and be able to assist. This is not about Abel Tau. This is certainly not about Comrade Kenge. This is certainly not about Comrade Neville Dilebo or any of us sitting in front today addressing this media briefing. This is about that Gogo in Mamelodi who is looking after his grandchildren whose parents have died because they were led and allowed to be fed in Yaupe in a lossless society that they passed on carelessly, and today they have to raise grandkids as their own, and unfortunately that's the reality of so many of our families and relatives. This is what this is about. Umkhonto Wesizwe is about taking up the plight of our people and making sure that indeed we turn back this tide and this scourge. This government is not for our people. This government is not for our people. We see it here. And I can today proudly announce and say that revolution will start in Tshwane. Like in the famous word, Comrade Kenke, City Siaya Epitori, it has to begin in Pretoria. We are here to take the revolution to all corners of Gauteng because Gauteng is the economic engine of this country. We are starting here in the city of Tshwane and we've got a very clear message that in 2026, we are not wanting to go and talk about negotiations of coalition governments. We are taking We want to tell the Democratic Alliance that they have failed to capitalize on the time that KUMKHONTO wasn't here because people in the townships that they have neglected, they finally have an organization that is going to work and fight for them every day. We also want to tell the ANC and their makeshift arrangement that they've made yesterday that we are aware that we are not going to deliver very much for the people of Tshwane because we are not only incapable, there is no political will in that organization, Comrade Chair, to take and out the lives of our people forward and to change the lives of our people. And we are saying as MK Party, we have invited and continue to invite like-minded comrades to join our ranks and make sure that we remove this government that was initiated yesterday, and we are going to be to ensure that we are the government in this capital city come 2026 and beyond, because MK Party is the future of this country. Jikijela Mkhonto, Jikijela.
No, we said this is not a rally. I think we clarified that we are in a press conference. Thank you very much. Comrade Gamze, provincial coordinator, I will tell you something. When we say these are activists, we are not exaggerating. We are not thumbsucking issues. When there were floods in Mamelodi, my first real encounter, Silwa Naye, there were floods there, and he was there. We're in different spaces at that time. But and he was at pains to explain that this city does not have a political will to change, to transform the lives of our people. Yeah. Now, finally, he is home, and you are very much welcome, Nkokeliam, Sizosebenza. Ours here is not to be celebrities like you are saying, but to roll our sleeves and make sure that the lives of our people change for the better. Now, we are going to allow questions from the media, but before then, Sinobuholilano, we have got the provincial leadership here. I'll allow Comrade Gama, the provincial coordinator, to just say a few issues, and then later on Comrade Pamgan will come in, and then we'll allow questions from the media. Thank you very much.
Manda, Manda, Sipilele Ngamalala Sipilele, Sipilele Ngamalala Sipilele, Awukulo umkhonto wesizwe phathi awukule, Awukulo umbuso womkhonto wesizwe awukule, sithi siyathatha 2026 and 2029 siyathatha. Maqabani, angeke ngize ngibe mude kakhulu sozama ukuthi nje sithi 3 minutes no chair, kodwa nje engizokusho kuyi-1 siye-Gauteng, sinabantu abaningi abakholelwa kumkhonto. Into engiyicelayo eGauteng, it's unity, and everybody oza emkhontweni, let's not feel threatened, because ubaba umshuluzi uyifakile i-call ukuthi everybody kufanele eze emkhontweni kube ikhaya elilodwa. Kodwa wonke umuntu ozayo, njengoba ikhuluma ezinye beseshilo, fanele aqale phansi ayiprove asebenze. La asinayo indaba yokuthi uyicelebrate. Ngiyayithanda into ekhulunywa ngama-comrade esiwamukelayo namhlanje la eTshwane. So Maqabane, umuntu emntwini siqala manje ukusebenza. 2026 sokuyisikhathi esincane. Angifuni ukuzwa nje kuluke kuneyinkinga zokuthi ubani ukhwepha abantu, ubani ukhwepha abantu. Into eyifunakalayo yi-unity. Umuntu emntwini asambe sibonisa abantu ukuthi umkhonto uyini. Asingavumeli isitha esithe sizodestroya umkhonto from within bese siyasivumela siluke sibe ngama-squabbles. I'm clear. and the policy to clear, directive to clear. We want 2/3 majority in this country, so that is the one thing. And without working together as a unit, angeke size sikwazi ukwenza lokho. That is why ngijabulela inkokheli ezizwili khona kababa ukuthi asisukeni lapha. Asingathi mase sisukile mase singaphakathi bese siyabhidliza senza lento le esisukele ngaphandle. So kufanele nikhumbule into eyi-1. We've got our 8 pillars. Ngizoyifunda nje kancane. Pillar number 1, to reclaim our dignity. So that we can reclaim our dignity, we have to respect one another. We have to love one another. Masingathandani, singarespectani, we cannot have that dignity back to us. We have to reclaim our lands and our minerals and resources. Msebenzi mkhulu. Lento le ithathwe generations and generations, and lento kufanele istope ngathi. Abantwana bethu nabazukulu bethu afanelanga baphilele impilo lesiphilile. So in order for us to achieve that, fanele sihlangane sibe yinto eyodwa. We want to reclaim people's power. People's power is unity. Without unity, you can't have any power. We are clear. We want to reclaim our economy. Sonke ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthi umuntu nomuntu akwazi ukuba ne-dignity, economy fanele ibuye emntwini. And you must remember, thina asi-tribalist or racist. We are non-sexist, we are bathini konje kokheli? Non-racial. Yeah. Angithi siyabaleka isilungu ngama ngani ilimi la ngaphandle. So wonke umuntu siyamfuna ukuthi abela. Yabona noma ngasawabizanga wonke but kulawo makhisi into ezosiza ukuthi sithole i2/3 iphupho lika baba lelo, so that sokwazi ukutshintsha yonke lemithetho eyalethwa kithi eyasicindezela. Namhlanje ungaya ecourt ungaya kuphi umthetho awukufavor. So ukuze sokwazi ukuthi umhlaba na yonke into ibuye emntwini asihlanganeni, we call upon everyone la akhona abuye. This is a house, this is a home for everybody. Bangathi mkhonto siyawubona i-leadership yakhona injani. We are not confused. Sisazisesha because siqhamuke endaweni ehlukahlukene. When time is right, ningasibuze futhi nangama conference nizawabona zoyenzeka. Amandla awethu.
Amandla aha mkhonto aha shijela mkhonto esizwe shijela kwaza mkhonto kwaza siphilele babushe khubuzuma siphilele. Ngiphinde ngibulise maqawani again. Maqawani money is not longer. I'm very happy to see MKE grow. I'm very happy to see ama leader ezala ekhaya lomkhonto wesizwe because asivalile umuntu ngaphandle, wonke umuntu welcome. Ikhaya lethu lokugcina leli singama South African. We are building the future of the next generation to come. It is very important to us. Sibe unity. Asilwi namuntu silwa nesystem. Silwa nesystem akuyezi ukuthi ukhulekile ekhountryni yakho ungana mhlaba ungana economy. Kudlaliwe ngabantu. Namhlanje sinamhlaba basitshela ukuthi umhlaba kumele simasiwufuna siwubhadala. Mabe uthatha umhlaba bothathe ngeibhamu bokhokho bethu 1913. The ruling party from 1994 likhuluma ngomhlaba up to now. Bathatha ama resolution bamele ba implement, they fail to implement because kunalo baba lokuthiwa Rupert ngemva kwabo. Ubaneza imali abakhombe. Thina ke asinikwe imali. Ingakho masiya kuma event or sikuma election ubona sesithathasa because akunamuntu osifoundayo. What I'm happy ngani because you show the South Africans you love this mkhonto wesizwe. From 3 and 4 you pop your own money from your own pocket until on 29 to show the people of South Africa where you are going to. We are tired ukucindezela eSouth Africa. Sesifuna ukukhuleka, sesipeva indlela for izizukulwane zethu abantwana bethu abazayo. mina nawe ekwethu kuphelile because isikhathi esiningi sispendele kwagogo. Run Cyril Ramaphosa, run. Run Rupert, run. Run GNU, run. Amandla.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Comrade Pamgan and Comrade Gamza. Now, without waste of time, I